We need to finish with 2 minyanim. Today's Daf Chof.
You guys have like Daf offs with other
Only when you're in the same league.
All right. So we're holding Daf Yomi on the base on the bottom. 2 lines from the bottom. Maskiv Ravuna says that anywhere where there's no kfelus lashon, if the pasuk doesn't repeat itself, it's not ma'akiv. Says the Gemara, Maskiv Ravuna, Hare Melach. That's today's sugya. Sugya of salt. The Tana Beikra. What does Tana mean? Repeat. There's no kfelos by Melach, and soon we'll see there's kfelos. But right now the Gemara holds there's no kfelos. Ume'akvebe. Yet we see Melach is ma'akev. The Daniel that Melach is ma'akev because it says in the pasuk there's going to be a hey bris amura b'melach. You know, there's the water. When the water separated, HaKadosh Baruch Hu put the water in the sky, so the water on the earth complained. It's not fair. They're next to HaKadosh Baruch Hu, and we're all the way down here. So HaKadosh Baruch Hu said, I'm going to give you 2 things. I'm going to give you melach and also nisach hamayim and sukkos. That's short, very short of time in history, and it's when they do nisach hamayim, but that's the pitzui. That's much as next to HaKadosh. Akol ponim, it says bris. Rashi says shaloi tifsoik mikorbanos. You see in the pasuk that Melech is not going to stop to us. That means it's ma'akev. Now we're live again.
Oh, yeah.
We have issues, and we're going to have to go to that video thing. Okay. Akaponim, you see that Melech is ma'akev. Now, Melech, again, repetition in the Torah, and therefore it shouldn't be ma'akev according to Rabbi. Rabbi Shimon Oimer, Rashi says that Rabbi Shimon is not mechulek on Rabbi Yehuda, it's just another way of darshaning it. Nemar kan bris Melech. V'nemar lahalon, it says by Keshen b'loy kuhuna kach I efshar likorbanis b'loy melach. You need melach for korban. In other words, it's ma'akev. It wasn't repeated twice. Says the Gemara done. What do we say? We're having major problems with this Golan. Says in the Mishnah, Lo yotzak lo bala lo poses v'lo malach. Says in the Mishnah that if there's no melicha, it's fine. I wonder if it's doing it. Let's do this in case. The backup, the reserve. Oh. All right, sorry. It's not going to stay?
No, it's not.
Oh, like.
Okay.
Fine.
Here we go. Now we're talking. Nobody bang the table.
But the problem is it's not higher.
It doesn't have a space, but as long as it has
Gemara.
That's my Gemara. I can go like this.
Here we go. Much better.
We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out somehow.
Now we're talking.
Talk about improv.
Now we're talking. Okay.
How's that?
Put that on the bottle on the cup.
Yeah, but then I don't know.
Don't worry about that. Yeah.
I just know here.
Extra word for yeshiva. It's the yeshiva should
Okay.
tripod.
It's not working.
This angular.
I think it's a klita problem. Getting? Whoa. Yeah. Okay. Zogtig. Fine. Rav Ketana did that Tzvirle. She said, no, I was asking over there. The Gemara already said that hakidis of hakidis. You can't learn out yitzir from Agosha. And now all of a sudden the Gemara is asking, oh, what about Melicha? Each one is on its own. Fine. Akopanim, so the Gemara says that just like Yitzika, just like Yitzika, we say the pshat is when the Mishnah says there's no Yitzika, it doesn't mean literally there's no Yitzika. It just means that a kohen doesn't have to do Yitzika, but a zar does have to do it. So maybe Melech also. So that a zar
has to do melech.
When it says no melech in the Mishnah, it doesn't mean that zero melech. It just means the kohen doesn't have to do it, but Yisrael does. So who's going to do it? A zar? In fact, the Gemara, how could a zar do it? Yeah. Where do you do melicha? You do melicha on top of the mizbeach. Now, a zar can't even go past that line. That literally has 11 amas over there on the side of that zar, but to come close to the mizbeach, he can't come, and certainly not on top of the mizbeach. Says the Gemara, another pshat, the Rav. Over here, it says, you're right, there's no kfeilos halashon. It doesn't say it twice, but it says a very strong lashon. So Rav is going to say, Yesod number one, it has to be kafel, it has to have a double lashon in order to be makiv. Or, if you have a very strong lashon, like bris, a covenant forever, then it's ma'akiv. Fine. Now, the question is, what is this Iboy Seima saying here? On the Pashtus is, Iboy Seima that our Mishnah says one thing, our Mishnah says melech, without melech, if you didn't do melech, kosher. The Bryce is saying, no, since it says bris, it is ma'akiv. So the Bryce, the L'chayr is mechulik on the Mishnah. However, the Arishonim that learned that the Brisa agrees to our Mishnah, and the Mishnah agrees to the Brisa, because the Rambam paskins that melach is essential. The Mishnah says melach is not essential. So l'chayra, what the Rambam is saying, like the Brisa. So what's the pshat in the Mishnah that melach is not essential? It just means that through a kohen, but not you don't need to do it through a kohen, but a Yisrael certainly has to do melach. That's how the Mishnah learns. So this is shayla how you read these words. Again, and therefore it's ma'akiv. And what about our Mishnah? Don't forget about our Mishnah that says you don't need melech. Now, the Gemara asks the Bam Kasha. You just said the whole premise of your question is because melech is not repeated twice in the pasuk. Now, if I pull out my chart, today's chart, it's a little complicated. I'll explain to you how to read it. Anything in black is the pasuk. It's a long pasuk. What I underlined here has to do with melach. So how many melachs do you have? Really two. Ba melach timlach and takriv melach. Okay, they're opposite, but okay.
What? Switch it?
No, this
know.
one, it's fine.
Okay, that one's fine.
You good?
He holds.
So, is it backwards? Yeah, it's backwards. Yeah, because this camera does work. For some reason, no.
Selfie is a mirror.
Not all selfies. They changed that. For old people, selfies are a mirror. They changed. And this on YouTube, selfie is a mirror. Fine. Kopanim goes like this. Let's see the pasuk. Then we mamish will go through the whole sugya in one shot. Here's the pasuk. V'chol korban min chosach b'malach timlach. Even the small black words are words I just didn't have time and whatever. V'lo tashbis melach bris aleikecha. Miyal min choscha al kol korboncha takriv melach. So here's the kfeilos. Takriv melach. B'melach. Now if you look closely, korban is a generalization. Klal. Min choscha is very specific. It's a prat. And then you have over here at the end of the pasuk, al kol korboncha is again a klal. So what do you have? A klal, prat. The Gemara is going to say that in the beginning we didn't know about it. We forgot about it. We were assuming it's a klal or prat. Fine. Just to to overview the sugya in 30 seconds, the whole korban comes to exclude that you don't have to pour melach on the shirayim. Minchascha and not eitzim. We're going to see. You don't need whatever. We're going to see in the sugya. Me'al minchascha, not blood. Blood doesn't need melach. Korbancha means all the korbanos. Tons of korbanos need melach. Okay? We're going to get back to this. Now, let's see it inside. V'loy tana beikra. Where are we all? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 lines from the top. V'loy tana beikra. Did the Torah not repeat itself? Heh! Look at these red lines. It's repeated. V'ksiv v'chol korban minchascha b'melach timlach. Now, the Gemara doesn't say, if you didn't have the chart, you wouldn't know what's flying, right? It says once. That's why you need this over here in the bottom. Takri of melach. That's what the Gemara is asking from. Now, the Gemara says it's not considered kfelus if I need it. And that's what this sugi is. Why do I need this pasuk? I need it for whatever I need it for. Once I need it, then it's not considered kfelus, and that's why the Gemara asked over here, since it's not kafel, then why is it ma'akiv? Says the Gemara, look at this anya. Ilu nemar korban b'melach. If it would just say, right over here, v'chol korban b'melach timlach, without the word mincha, sheme'ani afilu eitzim v'dam shenikru korban. Wood and blood is also called a korban, as we're going to see. So maybe wood needs salt, and as funny as that sounds, the Gemara at the end brings a shita, the wood needs salt. You have to sprinkle salt on wood. Oh, so this is a very interesting concept. Mincha doesn't come by itself. When you put a mincha on the mizbeach, you need to bring wood with it. It has to be burnt on top of wood. So it needs something together with it. So number one, you need something that comes together with it. Wood. So anything else that you want to put salt on has to have something else that comes with it. What at this point does not have something that comes with it?
Wood.
Wood.
You just said the marach was set by the...
Wood doesn't need wood. And blood doesn't need wood. What do you do with blood? You sprinkle on the mizbeach. You're not burning it. But anything else that needs to be burnt would require wood to burn it. So then it would be similar to mincha, which would require salt. Imam mincha miyuchedesh materis. Wait a minute. But there's something also similar. Mincha is a matir. The koimets that you put on the mizbeach is matir d'shirayim to be eaten. I've called shematir. So what did I gain by that? Blood. Avidam shematir. Right? It's similar to blood to mincha. Tamaloymar me'al minchascha v'loy me'al domecha. So then I have this guy right over here. This word me'al minchascha towards the end of the pasuk. In green is the exclusion. It comes to exclude loy dam. Me'al minchascha, not blood. Okay.
The person who brings the minute have to provide the wood.
No, I don't think so.
The intention here is that you have to bring wood together with your minute.
No, it's something that comes with wood. Or you're saying that you're learning it. Maybe it needs a mizbeach. You should bring the mizbeach. It's just something, a requirement that's with it. Doesn't mean that he has to bring it. The wood is also it's there for other reasons.
Warehouse full of wood. Huge.
I'm not even sure he has to bring the melach.
Question is where they got their wood
I'm
from.
saying he brings his Yisara and he brings this. The Beis Hamikdash provides the other ingredients, the other things.
There was no forest over there. It was like out of Yerushalayim.
In those days.
There was special families that they
Okay.
used to donate the wood.
Yes, from where? Probably and they brought it with them.
Says the Gemara, Yochal tehei mincha kula tuuno melach. I would think that the entire mincha, in other words, not only the koimets, but the rest of the flour, the shirayim, needs melach. Talmud loymar korban. Only what you put on the mizbeach, korban tamud melach, vein mincha kula tuuno melach. So that's over here, korban veloy shirayim. That's the first thing. Vein li'ela koimets. Minayin l'rabois es halavoino. That lavoino also needs salt. Lavoina goes together with the kaimetz, as we saw. Levi held up the kli, we put in the levina, we put in the kaimetz, and we put the levina. So therefore, it's one with the kmitza, so it gets melach. Which the Gemara is going to say soon that we don't really need this. Minayin l'rabbis esel, that's why it's not on my chart. Minayin l'rabbis esel levina haba b'fnei atzma u'levina haba b'bezichin. Okay, now we're going to go through all the korbanos. We have the levina. Somebody wants to donate a levina without a korban, without a mincha. So over here you don't have the svara that it comes together with the kli, and the kli with the mincha, with the koinetz. U'levina haba b'bezichin. The levina from the lechem apanim that comes in the spoons. Vak toiris. Minchas, again, so minchas kohanim, that is no kmitza. These are three things that don't need, the menachos that don't require kmitza. Minchas kohanim, if a kohen brings a mincha, the whole thing goes on the mizbeach, as we learned. Minchas kohen mashiach, that's the kohen gadol that brings every day a minchas chavitin in the morning and the afternoon. The whole thing is there's no kmitza. Minchas nisachim.
The idea is that it all goes in the mizbeach, not that there's no kmitza.
Yeah, there's no right. The whole thing goes in the mizbeach. The Ketores, the whole thing is burned. Nisachim, uminchas nisachim, that comes together with certain korbanos. As an example, if you bring a bull, you have to bring 6 esroinim. That would be one isar. We said is 5 pounds. So 30. What is that? 30 pounds. 30 pounds of flour of soilus. That's a lot. You're schlepping 30 pounds into the Beis Hamikdash. No car, no Uber, nothing. On your back, plus the oil, which is 6 lug of oil, which is 3 liters, right? We said 1 lug is a half a liter. So
they have people that you can hire to bring it. Like there was a service in Shalayim.
It's a little Arab with the cart.
yeah, but how do you get there? Yeah, you could probably buy it there at that stand. There's the stand over there. Yeah. No, they had you had the remember from the movie. You had the money. You gave it in.
Next to the money,
You redeemed.
There's a whole service. What do
Yeah,
you
the
don't do
service.
anything.
Okay.
So you come, you give money, and then they
Even a korban maybe. You didn't have to bring. A murei chatos. It goes through all the emurim instead of just saying emurim. It goes through all of them. It's the parts that you put on the mizbeach from the chatos. Ve'emurei asham. Ve'emurei kachei kachim. The emurim of the kachim kachim. Now, there's interesting Rashi here. Let's go to Rashi, somewhere towards the middle, a little bit below the middle of Rashi. Kachei kachim. Says Rashi, zivchei shalmei tzibur. Very interesting. Because shlamim is kachim kalim. Says Rashi, no. The shlamim of the tzibur is considered kachei kachim. Why? Which is hainu kifsei atzeres. The 2 kfasim that you bring on Shavuos is considered kachei kachim, even though it's shlamim. The kachei kachim ninu. V'avgad shlamim, even though it's called shlamim. The ha'yin echol me'layim v'laylo. Oh, says Rashi Mordek Yisoy. Since shlamim typically is eaten for 2 days and a night, and the kfasim of that tzeres are only eaten for 1 day, similar to asham, so Mela it has a halacha of kachei kachim. Ve'imurei, because Rashi's probably bothered. We're already done with all the kachei kachim. What else is there? So there is another kachei kachim called shalmi atzeres. Ve'imurei kachim kalim, and all the sacrificial parts of the kachim kalim, such as shlamim. Ve'evrei oila, and whatever we put on the mizbeach from the oila. V'oila sa'oif, and the entire bird of the oif. Minayin, how do I know that I need melach? Tamaloymar al kol korbancho takriv melach. End of the story, end of the chart. So that's why I have over here al kol korbancho. Maybe it's not then because we have to go to the sugi of klal prat. Al kol korbancho. All the korbanos, all these things we just said. Mimelo what? This pasuk is not extra. Nothing in this pasuk is extra. If it's not extra, then it's not kafel, and we remain that salt is not kafel. And if there's no kfeils in salt, according to Rav, it's not makiv. So maybe according to Rav Taka, it's not makiv. Depends how we learn. According to the Baisem, it is makiv because it says bris. Fine. Omamar. Ein li elo koimetz. Minayin l'rabbis is salavayna. I know that a kmitza needs salt. How do I know the needs salt? Mar ben is salavayna shekem ba imo b'kli echad, because it comes in 1 kli. As the Gemara, why do I need this limud of a svara because it comes in 1 kli? V'amris ma mincha miyuchedesh acherim ba'im chayvela. You told me the concept all the way in the beginning that we learn from minchascha that it has to be something that you bring wood with. It's a mincha that it comes with something else, wood. Levina also comes with something else. You have to burn it with wood. So I know that levina needs melach. Anything that comes with wood needs melach. So what are you telling me that levina is in the same bowl as a mincha? When I said, if I have, you want to explain? Explain. No, go.
Sure, go ahead. Because you said, it comes to the same place.
Go ahead, I can drink now.
Salt. So this is Maki you don't need that lima. Just learn it from the fact that it gets burnt on anything that needs wood to burn. It needs salt.
We have two limudim. There's no point of having two limudim when I have a general klal. Anything that comes with wood needs salt. Levina comes with wood, it should need salt. So I don't need another limud that levina happens to be in the same kli as a mincha and therefore needs salt. And what if levina doesn't come in the same kli as mincha? Like the Gemara asks, what about a levina that comes by itself? Wouldn't need salt. It's not true. It does need salt because you burn it with wood, and anything you burn with wood needs salt.
Oh, it's
Sachar. Good morning.
Sorry, good morning.
Yeah.
There's a mizrach clean between every carbon, meaning that if there was wood from before the last carbon, so maybe you'll continue to burn. But if you clean it between every new offering, now of course you need wood in order to burn. What's the limit? Like, is it a practical limit or is it a...
No, it's not a practical. It's a factual. Anything that needs wood.
No, I'm saying it's burning anyway.
Yeah, but it's telling you what type of carbon it is. It's a type of carbon that requires wood. It doesn't matter if it was burning before, burning after, burning in the middle. It's a certain type of carbon, meaning to exclude blood that never needs wood. It's that type of carbon. Says Gemara Hachi Komar, Eima carbon klal umincha prat. Now, there's a big difference if you have a klal prat or if you have a klal prat to klal, right? Klal prat means that we limit the klal to the prat. But if you add a klal afterwards, then it's the exact opposite. Then it opens it up. It generalizes it. Like the lashon of art scroll. Generalization, specification. Then it becomes specified. If you generalization, specification, generalization, then it's generalized. I gave Daf Yomi in America for 8 years. I'm very fluent in art scroll.
He speaks art school.
Yes. So the Gemara, my brother told me once, he was like, where did you get that word? You went to Panovich, like, where do you come up with that? Like, art scroll. He got right away. Yeah, okay. No, I never learned from art scroll. I just only misifta. Says the Gemara. So the pshat is like this. We started off saying carbon is a klal, mincha is a prat. Klal u prat, ein baklal el mashav prat, mincha in midachrin eloi. So in the beginning, we had a problem that it was specific to a mincha to exclude a levina. So we came up with the svara to say the levina also is included with a mincha because it's mamish a mincha because it's in the same kli as a mincha. That's where we came up with the svara. Hada Omar. But if you continue with the pasuk, we realize al kol korbancha chazer v'kolal. So we have actually a klal about the klal. It's very generalized now. Klal about the klal iatadon elo kena prat. So now it's generalized with. It has to be similar to the prat, but it's not mamish only mincha. What do we take out of the prat? Ma prat and the levina what?
Levina needs melech.
Hold on, we'll see. Ma prat meforish. Anything that has wood that comes with it, including a levina, will be chayiv melech. Acherim debarim chayvela ma'iniu, eitzim, afkol, eitzim. Fine. So since we have a klal prat klal, we enechanami. Now at this point, we don't need the svara that the levina is in the same bowl as the mincha. We have a klal prat klal. Anything that has wood, levina has wood, imurim have wood, everything. Ktoris has wood. All these things that have wood need melach. Says the Gemara, Eima levina. So this is interesting lashon. It needs explanation. Eima levina. Levina comes agav the mincha. Forget about the wood, that it comes with wood. It comes because of the mincha. Says the Gemara, Vaisi dam dikin esachim. If so, the levina that comes because of the ketores requires blood. So what about nisachim that come because of the dam that comes because the nisachim comes together with nisachim? Dam should require melach because it comes. You're saying something that comes with something else. So levina comes with something else. It comes with mincha. It needs melach. So too, it's a shver thing. So too, dam that comes with nisachim comes with something else. Anything that comes with something else. Who told you dafka wood?
Therefore, what?
Dam should require salt, and we know dam doesn't require salt. We excluded dam.
But how do you learn that from Levina?
Because levina comes together with mincha. Just like levina comes together with mincha, and that's why it requires salt. So therefore, it's right. It's kena prat. You look at the prat. What's the prat mincha? So you're saying it goes the opposite. Mincha comes with levina.
It's trying to say what.
Ma prat. Mincha comes together with levina. So too.
Right?
Yeah.
Something is coming because of the mincha. The question is what's coming. What's coming because of the mincha? Is the levina coming?
Right.
So first we understood the wood is coming, so we're excluding wood and blood. Now the Gemara is asking maybe the levine is coming because of the mincha. So if levine is coming because of mincha,
Dam is coming because of the sachim.
It comes because of dam. So dam should also need melach.
Right. So the Gemara is saying mehechet teisa to exclude wood. That's basically all the Torah says is by mima. So by mima can mean that a mincha comes together with a levina. That's by mima. So anytime you have two things, so you have nisachim and dam, the dam should require melach. Says the Gemara, there's a difference. Nisachim don't come with blood. Nisachim go together with the parts that you put on the mizbeach. My taima, make a teisa that they come with the imurim and not with the blood. Achila ushtiya. What goes together? Food and drink. So you have the food, which is the imurim, and the drink, which is the wine. It's geschmack. It's a meal. Adarabba, kapara v'simcha. Maybe the wine, which is simcha, should go together with the kapara, which is the blood. You just had a kapara. So Mamela, the blood belongs together with wine, not together with a murim. Elo levina ba ima bekli echad, nisachim im baim bekli echad. So now we're saying no. Levina comes together with mincha, and therefore it makes more sense that they're together and they require salt. Nisachim im baim bekli echad. Aval eitzim ke'echad miskashebu mincha hachi miskashebu kulu korbanos. But wood that's required for all these korbanos would require salt. Ve'ema ma prat mifayrosh shachirim choyvim la umateres. Maybe now we're going the whole time that there's one thing similar to mincha, that there's wood that comes together with it. But there's actually two things that come together with mincha. So mincha, if you're looking at the prat, what's special about mincha? It has two things. First of all, it has wood. Second of all, it's a matir. So maybe everything that's similar to mincha has to have those two characteristics.
How come they only use these two? How come they don't add that it's bikliya mixed together?
We're going to see there's a lot more. There's a lot more things. These are the important ones maybe.
Yeah, so like...
What's important,
yeah,
what's special, what's not. I don't know. We're going to have that question soon also. I don't know. Well, the matir is we know. Matir is huge. That's the essence of the comments. We always talk about matir. The fact that it needs wood, why is that so important? I don't know.
5 minutes.
So maybe you need two things in order to be similar to mincha, mainiu, levina, hababa bezichin. There's only one thing really that's similar to it. The only thing that would require salt is the levina that comes with the lechem apanim, the sharia lechem. It's burnt with wood, but it also is a matter to the lechem apanim. All the whole list, the whole giant list of emurim and ketores and all that stuff, they're not matirim, and since they're not matirim, they should not require salt. Says the Gemara, meitzrich ma'al min choscha v'loy ma'al domecha Why do I need this miut? Min choscha. Oh, Yvei, where's that? Oh, sorry. Mal min choscha v'loy dam. Dam only, it has one thing. What's the one thing that dam has? It's a matter. It's not burnt with wood. Now, if you're telling me you need two characteristics, I would not need this miut. Dam is automatically knocked off because it's not similar to mincha in two things. It's only similar to mincha in one thing, that's a matter, but it's not on the wood. So why do I need a special miut, mal min choscha, to tell us that all I need is one thing in common, not two things in common?
Maybe you need one or the other.
Well, that's not the Kain Prat.
Yeah, it is.
Nah.
One element of the problem. One thing. Doesn't have to be that specific.
Okay. Let me know when you have a pshat. Zog the Gemara Amar Mal min choscha. Oh, sorry. Okay, now Amar. We just said Mal min chosecha v'loy mal domecha. Ve'imo mal min chosecha v'loy mal eivarecha. How do you know it comes to exclude blood? Maybe it comes to exclude eivarim that are also similar to a mincha in one thing, that they're burnt. Says the Gemara. So now we have a problem. What do you exclude from the one word mal min chosecha? You could exclude blood, or you could exclude eivarim. Says the Gemara. Misnaber eivarim avli rabui shekain eish benitma. What do you have in your Gemara? Oh, I have it split eish benitma, and you have ashav nitma, right? Ashav nitma, fine. Ashban tami, fine. Acherim boim choyva lo k'moisa. Now we're going to see that it's similar to blood in six things. Now what? I'm sorry. Shekain eivarim six things. Shekain acherim boim choyva lo k'moisa. Now what? Somebody pshat.
You can be makrivid on its own.
Right, of course. You need wood. Acherim boim choy v'lo kamoisa. Ishim kamoisa. You need to burn it. You need fire. Blood doesn't have fire. Bachutz kamoisa. Eivarim are only outside. You makrivim on the mizbech achitzoin. Unlike blood that you do inside on Yom Kippur. Noisar kamoisa, tuma kamoisa, mila kamoisa. We had these three psukim that come to exclude blood from noisar, tuma, and meila.
Is this the first mitzvah?
Exclude?
All.
The first one they had the magic fire.
Yeah.
Sometimes they didn't need any of the other.
Yeah, but still you had to burn it outside, regardless. As the Gemara, outside meaning on the mizbech hachitzon. There's two mizbachas. One inside, one outside. Inside means inside the heichal. Outside means in the azar.
Excluding dam from nosar.
Yeah, there's no noise.
That was the Ashrechem Tamid Chachamim did.
Yeah. Adar Abo Dam Havali Rabuye. Dam is similar. She came matter kemoisa. It's a matter which is very strong. And nifsal b'shkia sachama kemoisa. And also when it comes nighttime, it becomes puzzle. Whereas Eivarim go until the morning. So what's the Gemara Shaila? I mean, we just said six things that it's similar, and these are only two. And answers the Gemara, Hanach Nefishin. It's 6 against 2. Fine. Because maybe they say the matter, and that's where I got that answer a little bit. The matter is the main thing. It's a very strong thing. So I would think that it's equal to the 6. Now, let's do Taisis de Ramaskal, Nifsal B'shkisa Cham Kamoisa. It's a little long. But this is the famous Shita of Rabbeinu Tam. Whoever wants to see the Shita in here, that Rabbeinu Tam says that Shkia is not like we think that the sun just goes below the horizon. It actually means 58 and a half minutes after the sun goes down. That's the time. Rav Schoenberg will give us a whole drasha now, if we have time, maybe afterwards. And then afterwards, you have 11 and a half minutes of Ben Hashmashos. After the 58 and a half minutes, you have 11 and a half minutes? Yeah, 13, sorry. 13 and a half, which equals 72. Yeah, 13 and a half. Yeah, we had this Tyson Zvach and we did it actually inside then. That's why we're not going to do it now. Fine.
So is that a...
But Benegea to Mincha, if anybody wants to know, Benegea to Mincha, it's not important. You have to daven Mincha before Shkia. Omar Mar. Everybody. Even Hasidim are masking. They just have a little Yetzirah, maybe.
So is that a Chumrah and a Meko at the same time? Because he's saying Shkia is such a Chametz later, so the Kohen has more time.
Right. That's why some of these people, they I don't know if they do Mamish Malacha, but they accept Shabbos later or whatever it is. Or they daven Mincha after Shkia, yeah. Omar Mar. Shemei ani afilu eitzim v'dam shenikru korban. So we had a Havamina, we mentioned before, that even wood and blood is considered a korban. Manshamisli, listen to this unbelievable shita. Manshamisli the Omar eitzim mikri korban. Who says that eitzim is called a korban? Rebbe. And enochanami leRebbe mibaya boy melach. Unbelievable. According to Rebbe, it's necessary to pour salt on the wood, the sanya, and it gets even more interesting. Korban mincha. It should say mincha. So the word korban is extra. If somebody wants to donate to HaKadosh Baruch Hu something special, you could give him wood. V'kama, what's the minimum? Shnei gzirim. Because in the Beis HaMikdash, the minimum was 2 gzirim, which is 2 planks of wood, whatever the size was. So your minimum of nedava should be shnei gzirim. V'chein oimer. V'agorolos hipalnu al kurban ha'etzim. It's kurban with what do you call those 3 dots again? Shuruk. Shkoyach. You're in the Kita Aleph. So Rebbe, I forgot. Shuruk. Gan. Rebbe Omer eitzim korban minchahein. So Rebbe says it's actually a mincha. When you bring wood, that's called a mincha. Utunim melach utunim hagasha. And therefore, you would need to put salt and you need to touch it on the mizbeach.
Time you bring wood to the Beis HaMikdash?
As a korban, as a donation to Hashem, which you're going to burn. Instead of bringing flour, you're going to bring mahogany. It's a lot more expensive. It's a nicer thing.
According to Rebbe.
If you do it for a korban, you specifically say, I'm bringing it as a korban.
You know, you bring your wood to
But it gets crazier. It's wild.
You know, you bring your wood to Beis HaMikdash and Shabbos.
Oh, the Omar Rava, listen to this. This line is insane. V'Omar Rava, l'divrei Rebbe, eitzim tu'unim kmitza. You have to mamish, but you just brought a piece of wood that's a 4x8. You have to grind it down, literally grind it down, and go like this with your kmitza because it's a mincha.
You bring it in tomorrow on Shabbat?
Sunday.
And you pointed out that I did it wrong. I was about to be magged with my left hand. Over here also, you need everything. How do I know? Look at the last taisis. That's a taisis we can do inside. It's 5 words. Eitzim tunim kmitza vuadin yemin v'kiddush kli. V'amar papa l'divrei Rebbe eitzim tzrichim eitzim. You can't just put the wood that you just brought and light a match on it. You have to put it on top of wood that's already lit. It's a korban. So we have a bam kasha. Because we were mevma'et, what's the first meat here? Lo'yetim. And you could bring eitzim, according to this, Rebbe says you could bring eitzim onto the mizbeach, and it needs melach. This comes to exclude, you don't have to put melach on the eitzim, although you need to put melach. Samimikan. Yeah, on Rebbe. Samimikan eitzim. You got to take out eitzim, and what? Velakro, lumudimai, ilumuti dam, minchosechon, after we already excluded it. That when you bring the sachim, you don't bring melach. Why? Because they don't need. You put it on. You don't need wood. The sanyu avalayim adam ve'etzim aktoris ain't tunim melach. Yeah, not melach. Avalayim adam ve'etzim aktoris ain't tunim melach. Says the Gemara. Let's just finish this a few lines. Mani irebi kasha eitzim. This line that is yain dam eitzim aktoris. 4 things that don't need melach doesn't go according to Rebbe. Kasha eitzim, because he says eitzim doesn't need melach. Irabonon kasha k'toris, because we said that anything that requires wood requires salt. K'toris requires wood, requires salt. So it doesn't go according to Rabbanon. Haitanu desanya, so it's Rabbi Shmuel b'noi Rabbi Yochanan ben Broik oimer ma pram meforish davar shemekabel tuma v'oile liishim. It needs to be something that's mekabel tuma and goes on a fire. V'yeshno al mizbech achitzon and goes in the outer mizbech. Afkol davar mekabel tuma v'oile liishim v'yeshno al mizbech achitzon. Yatsu eitzim. Shem Kabbalim Tuma, wood is excluded by Tuma. Yotzu Dan V'yayin Shein Olam Lishim, that you don't pour it on the fire, you pour it on the Mizbeach. Yotzu K'toyer Shein Olam Mizbeach HaChitzoin, it's only on the Mizbeach HaPnimi. Ad Kan, Yishakoyach, great day. Oh, Rabbi Isai, Emir Hashem, when we start Slichas, I'm not sure if it's Sunday or Monday, we'll let you know. But we are not moving from the building, unfortunately, this is going to be a Slichas room. We have to move to the basement. In order to get to the basement, it's an office.